I use 30 seconds and 60 seconds there for just for some reference numbers, but just so you're aware of some of the other sort of landmark numbers. 30 seconds, 99.9999% uptime for a year. These are all within a year. 1 minute downtime a year will get you 99.9998% uptime for the year. Taking an hour outage across an entire year is still in the 99.9 range, 99.9886. So if you only did 2 decimal precision here, this would still be 99.99. That's what it rounds up to. And then 1 day, you're finally dropped to 9 off after the decimal point here. That's 99.726% uptime. But you're still at 99% availability there, greater than 99% availability. So when someone says to you greater than 99% availability, you think, hey, that sounds pretty good. What that actually means is that over the course of a year, you could have a single day where that service or application or host or whatever it is that you're actually looking at is completely down. And you'll more than comfortably beat your 99% availability target. In fact, 2 days would still beat your 99% availability target. So the numbers can sometimes be a little bit misleading. And as you go up this scale, as I mentioned before, the cost of implementing a system, implementing hosting, implementing redundant power strategies, implementing redundant data center strategies, implementing redundant cooling strategies, all of these things skyrocket. And this is why not all hosts in all data centers are created equal. This is why you will pay significantly more for a host in a data center that has dual power supplies on every host, that has multiple power sources for every rack, that has multiple power providers coming into the building. And that's just the power part. What about backups for cooling? If the air conditioning fails, maybe they've got some sort of manual failover there. They've got diesel generators locally if all the power supplies fail, etc., etc. So you know the reason why you can get a host dirt cheap in a data center that you've never heard of is probably because it's just basically plugged in a rack, no redundancy whatsoever. Maybe it's got a UPS at best, and so that's going to be nice and cheap, versus the sort of thing where you've got a highly rated data center and you're purchasing a host in there, it's going to cost you a lot more. This is the kind of thinking that you have to kind of get into when you're considering disaster recovery.